have you even thought about what it would look like or what you would do after retirement, after you left your public sector position? Or you can't even like dream of or think about not working. What are the options that are available to you? Hey ladies, on this channel, first of all, I'm Lazandra, and on this channel, I work with Black women in the public sector who are in senior leadership roles. We talk about how do you make sure you're supported in your role and the work that you do. We talk about separation for service, like preparing for separation for service, like what does that look like? And then also life on a pension. I retired on my 55th birthday in 2021 from a over 20-year plus career, mostly management decision making positions, and had worked in multiple levels of government. This channel is important to me and this discussion is important to me, and here I will share some practical tips and my journey to living on the other side of a public sector work, because ladies, there is joy over here. Trust and believe there's joy over here. So I wanted to just talk about a few options. I have about four of them listed. Some things that you might want to think about, because it is important that you plan for what retirement will look like, right? You plan for your career. More than likely you had a goal and you planned for what your career would look like. So what are the things that you might want to consider after retirement? Of course, maybe you retire but you become a retired annuitant. Most public sectors, civil service, offers this. Actually, I'm not sure if they all do, but I know the systems that I've been a part of. So you need to look into this. But retired annuitant is a option for you. So I always thought it was weird when I was working with someone and then we go to their retirement party and then a month later I'm like, you back? I thought you left. So you might feel the need and urge or desire to return. And so you're working under a temporary assignment. I won't go into all the details because one of the things that I talk about in other videos is your plan for retirement, and you want to contact your retirement system and see if they offer retired annuitant. But there's an opportunity to come back sometimes in your same position or another position with another organization that has the same retirement system, where you're limited to the amount of hours that you can work in a year. So you're getting your pension and you're getting whatever salaries attached to that position. So for the details of that, go look into that. I was asked that I wanted to be a retired annuitant, and I'm like, nope. Why? But if that's you, and for whatever reason, if you're working on a project or you're just like, no, I really want to continue to work, do it. I used to heard people, they're double dipping. Well, sort of. You're getting paid your pension and you're getting paid some a salary based on the number of hours. It is a limit. You can't work like a normal 9 to 5 all year round that others do. So look into that. The other thing is you may want to volunteer. So you have some passion projects or a passion for something, and you might want to look into volunteering. So there's lots of opportunities to volunteer as well as volunteer on boards. As I transitioned out of my position, I was asked to serve on a few boards, and I did serve on a board for about a year. And I resigned from that board because it was a lot for me, but that is something you might want to look into. So this keeps you a foot kind of into the work, or it's something that you're very passionate about. Whatever that is, you might want to consider volunteering and serving on a board. The other thing is you might want to start a business. You might want to start a business. If you don't already, or maybe you already have a business, two, you might want to start a business, or you already may have a business that now you can work in more, spend more hours working into that. So for myself, I started a consultancy business back in 2016. But as I'm working in my career, I couldn't devote the amount of time to that consulting business. So I do coaching and consulting in my business. And so I had been doing that since 2016. So I kind of do that. I don't even do it full time, but I do it more full time than I did before because now I have more time to commit to my business, growing my business and my clients. So that's something you may want to do. And the other thing on my notes is rest. Maybe you don't want to do any of those things. And that's fine, sis. If you need to take some time to rest, because if you're like most, you have been working most of your life. I started working at 16. Some of you may be similar. So maybe you just want to take a break. Maybe you're deciding, you know what, maybe I will come back and maybe I will start a business. Maybe I will start on a board. Maybe I will be a retired annuitant. However, you're going to take a break before you do that. Go on a vacation or just detox from the day-to-day things that are related with work. Being in the position that you're in, I know it's a lot and your shoulders are heavy often. So maybe you just want to take a break. You want to take, these young people, when they graduate out of high school, sometimes take what they call a gap year. Maybe we need an equivalent for people who retire. Maybe people who retire early, they have something equivalent of taking some time off. And maybe that's something you do. And then you work back around and consider some of those other options. The point of all of this is that you spend some time thinking about that, right? Spend some time thinking about what you might want to do after you retire. Life on a pension. Because remember, that pension is still coming in. And now this is some things to supplement your income. Maybe when you did your plan, you knew that you needed to supplement your income. So you might want to go get another job. Maybe you just needed to step out of that role and go work in a nonprofit or corporate or wherever it is. Maybe you just want another job. Maybe it's some time you just want to do something maybe with less pressure and responsibility. Or you might want to work in something that was equally pressured. Maybe you go serve as a director somewhere else, but it's outside of the public sector. So you have options. The important thing to do is to make sure you are intentional and you're thinking about what that might look like, so that when you pick that exit date, you also have some 3 or 4 things that you might want to do, and you can start looking into those things. So, hope that was helpful. I hope that you think about that. If you haven't even the thought of not working, just like I will work forever, that's fine. And maybe it's just not there. Maybe it's outside the public sector. Maybe it's doing something different. Just take the time to think about that. So please like this video. Please like the video. Please comment if you have any questions, comments, some things you want to share about your experience and what you are now doing retired. And please subscribe so that you can get more content the next time I post a video. You'll get the notification. So see you on the next video. Take care.